very high on the pad. Nothing in it.
Edged and gone. That's why you give him the new ball.
This is exactly what Broad and England wanted, an early breakthrough, bringing the batter forward, angling in really nicely and then taking thick outside edge. It's Brathwaite as well. Joe Root snaffled that. So the key wicket of Brathwaite goes for just one. The score 1 for 1.
Shea Hope coming in again at number 3 for the West Indies. Has not done anything at all in this series so far with the bat. Here's Broad again. That's close. No. Perhaps going down.
Yeah, definitely. You can see 2 stumps.
Yeah.
It's the couple.
Mine. Yeah.
Should be a single again or 2. Yes, 2. Edged and dropped.
Yeah, that's a big drop. Came at a nice catchable height to Stokes. You can see the frustration on both his and Anderson's face.
He is human. It's not the first one we have seen him drop in this series either. That's not something you see often. Ben Stokes dropping a catch, and a reasonably simple catch as well. That's the height that you are hoping for as a slip fielder. Well played. Swung back in again.
Shot. Attractive player. Doesn't quite hang around long enough. Plays some nice shots. Again, nice shot from Campbell. Attractive player, he just needs to bat time. Got all the shots, just bat time.
I think Broad will be too worried about this. If you recall the last Test match, that's exactly how he was looking to get Campbell out. In fact, he was driven for 4 in the last Test match, and then the very next ball offered up a similar delivery to this, and Campbell nicked it to slip.
Oh, how's that? A back leg, isn't it? Is there a nick as well? See an edge onto back leg, which made it just die. This is where ultra edge is helpful. Yeah, ultra edge showing there was a nick, and because he got so squared up, Hope hit his back leg and died before it got through to the keeper. Again, a lovely shot. It's 3 boundaries now for Campbell. Bit of a loosener from Wokes, back of a length, and Campbell swatted it away off the back foot. Good run as well from Campbell. He's playing well at the moment. He moves to 28.
Squirted away through gully. The outfield is slow. Archer is quick and has run away despite the efforts of Ollie Pope. Now very comfortable and regularly ducking under, just bobbing under the bounce. He's gone out and said, I'm not taking it on. It's a clear plan. 2 slips of gully. Right on cue. Brilliant from Strauss up here. Main man Archer has number 2 for England.
And he got it bang on, in at the ribs. Very hard to play that delivery. Simple catch there for Rory Burns. Archer has his man. Excellent bowling. England back in the hunt.
Exactly what Nasser Hussain was explaining. Very difficult to pick up the change in action for the change in length. Campbell 32, 44 for 2. A couple of 60s in the last test for Shamar Brooks, and he impressed. He won't be on strike as the wicket fell at the end of the 17th over. Well, that was a beautiful delivery. See how this ball stops rotating, so it wobbles and it dips, and it's an absolute nightmare for keepers. That's a nice shot from Pope. So we'll pick up a couple as Anderson reels it in.
Just at that stage now with the Duke's ball in England, 19 overs have been bowled with it, where the lacquer just starts to come off one side. You can see slow motion of that first ball going down the left-hand side, the rough side. He's trying to swing it away, but the lacquer just starting to come off. Difference, say, to Australia and a Kookaburra. As an opening batsman, if you get through 19 overs in Australia, you reckon you're set fair pretty much. Kookaburra will stop swinging by then, will have gone a bit softer, very much more in the batsman's favour. Difference in England is it just starts to swing now and keeps swinging all the way through, so the bowlers are always in the game. Lovely shot, really good, the best of Shea Hope. This a firm push to the onside the ball before, and now this one beats Broad to his right hand. 50 up for West Indies. Very firmly hit. Batsman at the non-striker's end was out of his ground then, miles out of his ground. Shamar Brooks, if this had gone onto the stumps, he was done for. Got to keep your wits about you at the non-striker's end. Comes off Oakes' boot. Was there a fingertip to it? Thought so at the time. Nevertheless, get in your ground. Top edge with 2 men back. I don't know whether Hope realised the second man was back. Beauty from Anderson, and Shea Hope turns head down and walks away. He doesn't wait for the signal from the umpire. It was a gorgeous delivery from James Anderson that moved late. Hope had to play. What a beautiful delivery from Anderson that was.
A nice shape from the end that is named after him. That is top class. Great seam position, great length. And you have to play at that. You do, you really do. That is a top-notch one from Anderson. 17 to Shea Hope, 58 for 3.
England chipping away. A third wicket has gone. the first to Anderson in this innings, and Roston Chase, who's been in decent touch actually in this series with bat and ball, joins Shamar Brooks.
Over.
25 overs. West Indies have reached 59 for 3. Afternoon session of the second day here at Emirates Old Trafford. Players now will take a 20 minutes tea break, and England will come out trying to do more of the same, keeping a tight clamp on that run rate, taking wickets. That's the ideal combination for any captain. At the moment, England pretty happy with their position. West Indies trailing by 310 still.
Given. Review or not? No, it's an inside edge. Great strike from Anderson.
I think the disappointment for him was that the umpire picked it up. Inside edge, onto the back leg, I think, as well, but it was certainly inside edge. Anderson moving the ball in both directions. We saw the one that got rid of Hope earlier on. This one moved the other direction. So Shamar Brooks goes for 4, 59 for 4.
West Indies trail by 3. Stroke player. Oh, movement.
Impact is umpire's call. I'm missing the stumps. We'll go back to Michael on field. Michael, I'm going to have to ask you to reverse your decision. You're on screen now.
Well, he doesn't get many wrong, Michael Goff. Listen again, really close to the stumps. Oh, good leave.
Played nicely. 3 slips in the gully. There's a leg gully in there as well. It's not carried to Stokes. We put one down earlier in the day. That fell short of him at second slip. Archer just getting into his work, so not yet quite at full speed.
Another good delivery here, just taking the top outside edge. Chase does sometimes as well just open up the face. We saw a few shots before, but this time got away. Maybe soft enough hands just for it to die. Fall short.
Very good. Roston Chase has looked in decent touch on this tour. Got a good technique. If there's no inside edge, it must be tight. Fingers gone up. Doesn't look like Roston Chase is going to have a chat with Jermaine Blackwood.
Well, there's big smiles there. That looked as plumb as you like. Broad celebrated as soon as it hit the pads, trapped on the crease, right on the knee roll. Went running off. Knew straight away. And Chase, though looking good What a beauty of a delivery. So Chase has to go for 9, and the score 73 for 5.
73 for 5. England well on top. West Indies trailing by 296 still, as their captain Jason Holder strides to the middle. Real challenge on here. 4-prong pace attack. Oh dear. How's that got through?
After pitching, bit of wobble. Butler hadn't quite moved or predicted enough of that around to his left.
Just a bit uncertain, Holder. Know whether to play, whether to leave, and made a late decision to leave. And you can see sometimes happen where the ball runs off the inside edge onto the stumps if you're not careful. Try and be decisive. Sweetly timed. Just chipped it really, but chipped it right out of the middle of the bat.
There was a short ball previously, and this one just over pitched. Just a little plink to late.
Yeah, as it often is from Blackwood. Fielding in the circle, you get a catch anywhere off him, but he pierces the gap, picks up a boundary, moves to 15.
It's played slightly on the up, got back and punched it. This one offered a little bit more to play with and gave it the full flourish. Yeah, doesn't mess about, Blackwood.
Lovely. Terrific shot from Jermaine Blackwood down the ground. It's going to be a good battle, this, over the next few minutes between Blackwood and Archer.
Not great from Archer. Spraying it down the leg side. 102 for 5. Drinks.
Welcome to get them all in.
What would you do, Ian? They have to get 170. Say they don't get 170, the West Indies. England have the option of the follow-on. You reckon they should do, would do?
Well, it depends if you believe the Manchester weather forecast. The forecast for today was that we weren't going to see a ball bowled, and we have missed a ball so far. But it is pretty grim. Looks like one day might be out of the equation. I think it's a time where you've got to force the follow-on. I don't think this pitch is going to deteriorate, that if you do have to chase 50, 60, 150, it's going to be a minefield. And you've got 4 seam bowlers. You've got Dom Bess. You've got a bit of Joe Root if you need. There may be some overs from Stokes. You've got to rest overnight, and then you've got a couple of days with your family coming up. I think you might have to push through it, roll the dice, and force the follow-on. You've got to get there first, though.
He's got something about him, this lad. Fair play at the West Indies, sticking with him, bringing him back in. He went off and got first-class runs, a shed load, and you can see why.
We talked about Joss Butler working on being able to access mid-on. And when he is able to access mid-on, he's playing well. That shows that Jermaine Blackwood is playing well.
Oh, good ball. Movement after the edge, but great delivery.
Great delivery, another highlight of how difficult and challenging it can be keeping wicket in these conditions. Look how that ball stays upright, no rotation, swings away from Butler.
Ball gone. The nip backer from Wokes. Full delivery, that. Perfect when someone's staying leg side of the ball.
His record in this country with the Duke's ball is outstanding. Wokes has presented a beautiful seam. It's nipped back slightly. You could see that Wokes was perhaps aiming to swing it away. Blackwood's going to try and drive you down the ground. Big gap between bat and pad. Middle pole, 26 for Blackwood, 110 for 6 West Indies.
Darich comes in at number 8. He's come in below the skipper, Jason Holder. He got a pair in the last game. He's under a little bit of pressure. And England are around him as well. They're just reminding him of that pair. They're in his ear.
Chris Wokes has just said to Jofra Archer, get in tight on that single. I want these 3 deliveries at him.
That's the way of getting off your account. Full swinging delivery. He's just belted for 4.
Go on then, Shane, have a drive at your first ball, given you made a pair in the last game. Okay then, lovely shot.
Sixth over of his spell here, Jofra Archer, and he's eased down to third man for 4.
Archer not impressed by this shot, although Jason Holder will argue that he played it late. It wasn't a genuine edge. It's in good touch, actually, Jason Holder today. Nicely balanced.
And another. With pitched half volley. Holder moves on to 15.
Well, if ever there's a shot, makes you feel like you're in good nick. Being a 90-mile-an-hour bowler straight past him, down the ground. That is textbook stuff.
It's a thumping shot. Brings 4. Square drive. I don't think this will go for 4. It's a long way down there. Burns in pursuit. Should be 3. No, 2. Oh, it's got to be 3. Oh, it's in the air. Is it going to be caught? Oh!
Come back if you want. Stay.
Oh, he's all over the place and gets away with it. 136 for 6. Pulled away into the leg side. Dropped short of fine leg. We're going to go off the field for bad light. When it's dark, I'm not sure that we'll get back on the field. In fact, that's official. The close the players, the ground staff bring on the covers and get prepared for sprucing this pitch up. 137 for 6. The West Indies trailing by 232.